In the heart of ancient India, nestled on the banks of the sacred Sarayu River, lay the kingdom of Ayodhya. This ancient city, with its rich history and cultural heritage, was a beacon of prosperity and wisdom. The river's gentle flow mirrored the serene and harmonious life of its inhabitants. This kingdom, known for its prosperity and wisdom, was ruled by a noble king and queen. Their reign was marked by justice, compassion, and a deep sense of duty towards their people. The royal couple was revered not just for their governance but also for their personal virtues and the love they shared with their subjects. They had two sons, the brave Rama and his younger brother Balarama. The two princes, though different in many ways, shared a bond that was unbreakable. Rama, with his valor and leadership, was the pride of the kingdom, while Balarama, with his gentle demeanor, was the heart and soul of Ayodhya. While Rama was known for his courage and strength, Balarama possessed a gentle heart and a deep connection with the natural world. He would often be found in the forests, surrounded by animals, finding peace and solace in their company. His love for nature was evident in the way he cared for every living being, big or small. He was a kind and compassionate soul, always ready to lend a helping hand. Whether it was assisting villagers in their daily tasks or offering comfort to those in distress, Balarama's presence was a source of comfort and hope. His actions spoke louder than words, and his kindness knew no bounds. Balarama was loved by all who knew him. His gentle nature and unwavering kindness made him a beloved figure in the kingdom. People from all walks of life admired him, not just for his royal status, but for the genuine care and concern he showed towards everyone. His smile was as warm as the sun, and his laughter echoed through the palace halls like the cheerful chirping of birds. His presence brought joy and light to the lives of those around him. The palace, with its grandeur, felt even more magnificent with Balarama's infectious joy and positivity. He treated everyone with respect and understanding, from the highest ministers to the humblest servants. Balarama believed in the inherent worth of every individual and made sure that everyone felt valued and appreciated. His respectful demeanor earned him the loyalty and love of all those who served in the palace. Unlike his brother who excelled in archery and swordsmanship, Balarama found solace in the company of animals and the tranquility of the forest. He believed that true strength lay not in weapons, but in the ability to live in harmony with nature. His time in the forest was not just a retreat, but a way to connect with the world around him. Balarama's gentle nature did not make him any less brave. In times of need, he showed remarkable courage and determination. His bravery was not about physical battles, but about standing up for what was right and just. He faced challenges with a calm and resolute spirit, inspiring others to do the same. He possessed an inner strength, a quiet determination that shone through his actions. Balarama's strength was in his unwavering principles and his commitment to doing good. His thoughtful nature and wise decisions made him a pillar of strength for the kingdom. He believed in the power of kindness and always sought peaceful solutions. Balarama was a mediator, a peacemaker, who resolved conflicts with empathy and understanding. His approach to leadership was one of compassion and diplomacy, ensuring that peace and harmony prevailed in the kingdom. His story reminds us that true strength lies not just in physical prowess, but also in compassion and the will to protect the vulnerable. Balarama's legacy is one of love, kindness, and unwavering dedication to the well-being of others. His life teaches us that gentleness and strength can coexist, and that true heroism is found in acts of compassion and selflessness. Balarama's days were filled with the sights and sounds of the natural world. From the first light of dawn to the last glow of twilight, he immersed himself in the beauty and tranquility that nature offered. The rustling leaves, the chirping of birds, and the gentle flow of streams were his constant companions. He would spend hours exploring the lush forests surrounding Ayodhya. Each day was a new adventure, a new path to tread, and a new secret to uncover. The dense canopy overhead provided a cool respite from the sun, and the forest floor, carpeted with leaves and moss, felt like a soft cushion beneath his feet. He befriended the creatures of the wild, learning their ways and earning their trust. Squirrels would scamper up to him and rabbits would hop around his feet, unafraid. He observed the habits of the animals, understanding their needs and behaviors, and in return, they accepted him as one of their own. Deer grazed peacefully by his side, their soft eyes reflecting his own gentle nature. He would often sit quietly, watching them as they nibbled on the tender shoots of grass. The bond he shared with these creatures was profound, a silent understanding that transcended words. Birds would perch on his shoulders, serenading him with their sweet melodies. Their songs were a symphony of the forest, a harmonious blend of notes that filled the air with joy. Balarama would close his eyes, letting the music wash over him, feeling a deep sense of connection to the world around him. The forest was his sanctuary, a place where he felt truly at peace. It was a refuge from the noise and chaos of the outside world, a haven where he could be himself. The towering trees, the babbling brooks, and the vibrant flora all contributed to the sense of serenity that enveloped him. He understood the language of the trees, the whispers of the wind, and the secrets hidden within the heart of every flower. Each rustle of leaves, each gust of wind, and each blooming flower told a story, a tale of life and growth that Balarama was keen to listen to and learn from. He felt a deep connection to all living things, recognizing the delicate balance that held the ecosystem together. He knew that every creature, every plant, and every element of nature played a crucial role in maintaining this balance. His respect for this intricate web of life was profound and unwavering. He treated every creature, big or small, with respect and care. Whether it was a tiny insect or a majestic stag, Balarama approached each with the same gentle touch and kind heart. His actions were guided by a deep sense of empathy and compassion for all living beings. One scorching summer day, while venturing deeper into the forest than usual, Balarama came across a young deer trapped in a hunter's snare. The sight filled him with sorrow and determination. He knew he had to act quickly to save the innocent creature from its plight. The deer's eyes were wide with fear, its delicate leg caught in the cruel trap. Balarama could see the pain and terror in its gaze, and his heart ached for the suffering animal. He approached slowly, speaking in soothing tones to calm the frightened deer. Balarama, moved by the creature's plight, carefully freed the deer, tending to its wounds with herbs he knew from his time in the forest. He had learned the healing properties of various plants and used this knowledge to ease the deer's pain and aid its recovery. As he helped the deer, Balarama noticed a small spring bubbling nearby, its water sparkling like 1,000 diamonds. The sight of the clear, pure water was a welcome relief in the heat of the day, and he felt drawn to it. He cupped his hands, taking a sip of the cool, refreshing water. The liquid was crisp and invigorating, quenching his thirst and revitalizing his spirit. It was as if the water carried the essence of the forest itself, a gift from nature to those who respected and cherished it. As he drank, he felt an unfamiliar surge of energy coursing through him. It was a sensation unlike any he had ever experienced, a powerful force that seemed to awaken every cell in his body. He felt more alive, more connected to the world around him than ever before. It was as if the spring water held a hidden magic, a life force that resonated with his own. Balarama realized that this was no ordinary spring. It was a source of ancient power, a wellspring of vitality that had been hidden in the heart of the forest. This discovery deepened his bond with nature, reaffirming his belief in the magic and wonder of the natural world. The deer, now free from the trap and with its wounds healing, nuzzled Balarama's hand in gratitude. It then turned and dipped its head towards the spring, as if inviting him to drink more. Intrigued, Balarama drank deeply once more, feeling the invigorating energy flow through him. At that moment, he understood. This was no ordinary spring, it was a magical spring, blessed with the power to heal and strengthen. As he sat beside the spring, the forest around him seemed to come alive. The trees swayed gently, their leaves rustling as if whispering a secret. The animals of the forest, sensing his presence, emerged from their hiding places. They approached him without fear, drawn to his aura of peace and understanding. Balarama knew he had stumbled upon something extraordinary. This magical spring hidden deep within the forest was a gift, a treasure that needed protection. He made a silent promise to safeguard the spring and the creatures that relied on it. He vowed to use its power wisely, to help those in need, and to protect the balance of nature. Time passed, and news of the magical spring spread beyond the forest. It reached the ears of a wicked demon named Dushasana, known for his cruelty and greed. Dushasana desired the spring's power for himself, believing it would make him invincible. He gathered a fearsome army of monstrous creatures, their eyes burning with malice, and marched upon the kingdom of Ayodhya, intending to capture the spring and plunge the land into darkness. News of the approaching threat reached Ayodhya, casting a shadow of fear over the kingdom. The king, old and weary, was unable to lead his army into battle. Rama, though a valiant warrior, was away on a pilgrimage. leaving Ayodhya vulnerable to the demon's attack. The people were gripped by terror, uncertain of their fate. The news of the impending invasion weighed heavily on Balarama's heart. He knew he had to act, to protect his home, his people, and the magical spring entrusted to him. Though he preferred peace, he understood that some battles couldn't be avoided. He would face this threat with courage and compassion, drawing strength from the bond he shared with nature. Balarama, with his calm demeanor and unwavering resolve, stepped forward to lead the kingdom's defense. The kingdom of Ayodhya had always been a beacon of peace and prosperity, but now it faced an unprecedented threat. He knew that Ayodhya's army, though courageous and loyal, was no match for Dushasana's monstrous forces. The enemy's sheer numbers and ferocity were overwhelming. He needed a different strategy, one that could turn the tide in their favor. Balarama had always felt a deep connection with nature, a bond that gave him unique insights and strengths. He rode out to meet Dushasana, not with a sword drawn, but with a message of peace. He believed that even the darkest hearts could be reached with the right words. He pleaded with the demon to reconsider, to see the folly of his ways, and to understand that true strength lay not in conquest, but in compassion. Balarama spoke of the harmony that could be achieved if they worked together. He spoke with such emotion and sincerity that even the hardest of hearts would have been moved. But Dushasana, blinded by greed and consumed by darkness, merely laughed at Balarama's words. The demon's heart was too hardened by years of malice and ambition. He dismissed the gentle prince as weak and foolish, unable to see the strength in Balarama's compassion. Balarama realized that words were futile against such blind ambition. He had hoped for a peaceful resolution, but now he knew it was not to be. Balarama realized that words were futile against such blind ambition. He had hoped for a peaceful resolution, but now he knew it was not to be. He knew he had to fight, not just for his kingdom but for the balance of nature itself. The natural world, which had always been his ally, was now under threat. He retreated to the forest, his heart heavy, but his resolve strengthened. The forest, with its ancient wisdom, would guide him. He would protect his home, not with brute force, but with the wisdom and strength he drew from the natural world. He would protect his home, not with brute force, but with the wisdom and strength he drew from the natural world. The fate of Ayodhya, the magical spring, and the harmony of nature itself rested on his shoulders. Balarama knew that the battle ahead would be challenging, but he was ready. He would draw upon the strength of the forest, the wisdom of the ancients, and the courage of his people. Together, they would stand against the darkness and restore balance to their world.